Today I learned that cannibalism is technically legal in most of the US. In 49 states, you will get in no trouble whatsoever by eating human body parts. There are no laws that strictly prohibit the consumption of human flesh, organs, or blood. You can't, of course, neither kill someone for it, nor desecrate a body. But, other than that, it is completely within the limits of the law. And in fact, these people who tried it reported it was quite good. The only exception, though, is the state of Idaho. Law 18-5003 states that any person who willfully ingests the flesh or blood of a human being is guilty of cannibalism and will face up to 14 years in jail. Reasonable, if you ask me.
Cannibalism is not illegal in the United States, with the exception of one state.
What?
The only state in the United States where cannibalism is illegal is the state of Idaho.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I am not leaving my house today.
So, cannibalism is punishable up to 14 years in prison in the state of Idaho.
What? So what happened in Idaho to make cannibalism illegal there? Anyway, I thought she was just talking nonsense, so I went to check the information myself. And guess what? It turned out she was technically right. Although harming or killing someone is illegal, if it wasn't you who harmed or killed the person and they were already dead before you ate them, then it isn't illegal in the US. For example, many undocumented immigrants or homeless people have no legal status and no relatives or friends, means no one cares. After they die, if someone eats them, he is not breaking the law except in Idaho. So, do we live in 2026 AD or 2026 BC? This means that if someone practices cannibalism, they just need to find a way to make someone homeless, or better yet, choose an undocumented immigrant with no US legal status or relatives and friends. Since there is market demand, a black market will inevitably form, and someone will step in to do this business of cannibalism, right? So, my American friends, is this really true?
Y'all are surprised that some of the people at the top are eating people as if their ancestors haven't been doing that shit for hundreds of years. Because you realize they were eating Black Americans when they were enslaved in America. Yeah, they were eating slaves that they took from Africa while they were aboard ships to feed themselves when they ran out of food. But cannibalism was also happening in America. Slave owners were sometimes eating Black people. And these power dynamics have remained largely the same for all these centuries. Like the people who were plantation owners, that wealth was just passed down generation to generation to generation. And they too, their ancestors were involved in this wicked shit that seems unfathomable to people in modern day, but it has been happening in America. They were eating Black Americans. They were making furniture and clothing out of them. They completely dehumanized Black people. And now they've just expanded it to be beyond just Black people. I mean, it's mostly people of color and marginalized communities that are victims of all of what we're hearing in the Epstein files, but they just expanded their victims. But they have been doing this shit for a really long time. We just didn't learn about it. They didn't teach us this when we were learning about fucking American history.
RS 31078, cannibalism. Might seem kind of gruesome, and it kind of is. But I'm going to give you a little background of what got me to this position to run this bill. So back in 2019, I heard that Washington State was starting to do human composting, and that disturbed me. I wanted to address this because what I didn't want to see is bags of compost with human bone fragments. I want to stop it getting into the human food supply. I was on a plane this summer, watched a video of some food show, and the three contestants tasted the food and they had to guess what was in it. It was some kind of a sausage. And one of the options they told these people that was in the food was human flesh. The way our society's going and the direction we're going, this is going to be normalized. There's only one state in the union that it is illegal, cannibalism is illegal, and that is Idaho. It's already illegal for someone to do it themselves, but it is not illegal for them to give it to somebody unknowingly. So what that language does is captures it getting into the food sources. That's really my concern.
Would you want to include on line 11 flesh, blood, bones, and organs?
I do believe flesh would cover the organs. Hopefully we don't ever have to add bones to this. But I was doing that incrementalism thing. I mean, if it's not even illegal to feed it to someone, so I was thinking like maybe next year we come back and go the next step.